Uh, somebody,
Yeah.
somebody who is not everybody else.
She hid the first round to see who was going to fail.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And it turned out it was every.
That's nonsense. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. This is episode 2. Hopefully you can hear me. We changed up the whole setup. Our wonderful Lila Swaim over here got some decorations for our table, looking a little bit more professional now. The audio program worked, so you might notice we didn't change locations. And we are super happy to still be here at Fever Dream Game Store here in Fort Payne, Alabama. If you haven't been down here already, what are you doing? You got to come in. They've got games, they've got snacks, they've got all sorts of cool stuff. The owners are super nice and friendly and willing to help you out. If you're looking for anything they don't have, I'm sure they can probably get it for you. So come on down and check out Fever Dream. And I'm super happy that we're back this week. You guys happy to be here?
I was so excited.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Josh, you happy to be here?
Always.
On your birthday, no less.
On my birthday. Yeah. Hey.
I don't know
Thank
if this video is coming out, but everybody wish Josh happy birthday in the comments. It'll probably be a month or two
A
later.
belated happy birthday.
Yeah. Josh, what do you want from the audience for your birthday?
Oh man. Just
$100 billion.
there you go. $100 billion. If you guys can swing that, I'm going to be super duper happy.
Maybe a subscriber.
Yeah,
There you go.
Like or subscribe for
Yeah.
now. And you could also come down to Fever Dream and buy a cool game or some snacks. That would be cool too.
Yeah.
That would also be very awesome. But now let's get to this TPK. I mean, just a regularly scheduled session. Sorry about that. Freudian slip. Happens to DMs all the time. Okay. So, where we last left off, your group had, been sprung from prison by a shady, questionable character. You agreed because you were going to get out of prison and you were going to get all your stuff back. So that seemed like a pretty good deal at the time. However, Belric decided to take you to meet the person who actually funded your escape. And Sirion, the leader of the Crimson Talons, who you are now indebted to for a very significant amount of money. Your first task was to take a package outside of the city, Talonport, through a gate that's not controlled by the Crimson Talons. So, how sneaky really were you? It was really close, but you managed to make it out. Some quick thinking and one very good roll. You ended up making it outside the city with the package and finding Sirion there waiting for you. So, you're standing outside the city, and Sirion has taken off his mask, and he has revealed that the package that you were carrying contained a rather large rock, which he gave to Humanus as a gift.
I have rock.
Yeah, right, you do.
Thank you, man. Good rock.
Yeah, it is a good rock. So, now we have to get back inside the city.
We just got out.
It's going to be
We were prisoners.
very awkward with man I fight.
Yeah.
Try to fight, not fight. Scary.
Yes, so here's the deal. We're going to sort of take a sneaky way in. One that the Crimson Talons know that they don't. Sound good?
I am very sneaky.
I am.
Yeah, sure you are, big man.
I am not so sneaky.
Why everyone looking at me?
Don't worry. Where we're going, you're not really going to have to worry about that. So, this way, follow me. And he begins to lead you sort of around the city walls. You notice that he tends to take dips in the terrain so that you're not really spotted by guards patrolling. He expertly leads you past these spots, and you're not noticed by any sort of guards, but you arrive at a drainage culvert with, and basically it's just like you can see a large kind of stone pipe with metal bars on it. And he goes, well, here's our key to the city.
Are you coming with us?
That was, yeah, I also have to get in the city.
Okay.
But believe it or not,
This is another one of your tests.
yes, no, as the leader of the
Just wanted to
Crimson
make sure.
Talons, I do have to be present to make changes and give orders and
So we don't need a map. You're just gonna take.
no.
Okay.
We're fine.
Dwarf, you talk too much.
I got help just enough.
No, entirely too much.
So and Sirion goes up and quickly picks the lock to the grate, opens it, and kind of motions you all inside. Now, it is a drainage culvert, so the smell is not pleasant. This is essentially leading you into the sewers of the city.
Humanist, hold my nose.
Okay, boys.
And Sirion just looks at you and goes, really?
My boss don't like how my bedroom smell either. Much like this.
You know what? Whatever works. He closes it, clicks the lock back into place, and begins to kind of lead you through the city. It's a maze down here. Like there are quite a few twists and turns. There are plenty of buildings and stuff that feed into obviously the sewage system of the city. And he's going left, right through this kind of maze of tunnels.
So we wouldn't be able to find ourselves back up.
Potentially, you could roll a survival roll and try to essentially remember the way through these tunnels. It's totally up to you. But you've been traveling for about 10 minutes, and Sirion holds out a hand, asking for you to stop. And he turns to look at your group and he says, now, and he's whispering. Obviously, I can't really whisper. You won't hear anything. But he's whispering and he says, now, here's sort of the rub. We're going to have to make our way past a water weird that has taken up residence in the sewers. Yes. Essentially, it's an elemental, and because it's sewer water, it's a shit elemental.
Great. That's what I had on my bingo card for today.
You're welcome. It's water, but it's really not going to smell good. So
Humanist, if you let that shit elemental anywhere near me, no snacks for a month.
I brought toilet paper.
But you have is toilet paper. It rocks.
So you watch as Sirion kind of points to a place where these tunnels sort of meet into almost like a drainage pool. But he goes, it's in there. We can't see it right now because it's invisible. That's where it lives. When it's still, it just looks like water. All right? So everyone needs to sneak into the tunnel on the opposite side.
I guess it would be too late for me to take my armor off. But
Way too late for that. Way too late.
How big are you?
I'm a human, so it's average height for a human. I think it's like 5'10", 5'11". something.
Oh, okay. A little bit too big for me to cradle and like
Yeah.
hold your nose and carry. I was gonna try and sneak.
Yeah.
okay, well,
Can I?
It's going to look very awkward, but you probably are strong enough to do that.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna just say that Humanist just he's still holding his nose, so he just switches hands and bends down and scoops up escrow, and he's like, "We sneak now, boss. We shh."
And Sirion goes, "That is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen."
Don't
Honestly,
the jealousy. Get your own.
honestly, the most pathetic display. Go on.
I want to use my guidance to help us.
Awesome. So you before this happens, and actually I'll say as you kind of scoop up escrow, and before you're able to kind of cross, you feel her touch all of you, and you feel this sort of warm, almost magical glow, and you're like, okay, this seems a little bit easier.
What does guidance do?
So mechanically, guidance is going to give you a D4 on top of whatever you roll.
Okay.
So I'll gotta roll. What do I have to roll stealth? Because he's carried.
You're doing nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna make you roll stealth for breathing loudly.
Yeah.
So no.
Disadvantage because he's having to.
So here's what we'll do to adjudicate this. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
D20 plus strength.
Yeah.
And if you're proficient in it.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I don't. Am I? Oh, hey, I am. So it's a 13 on the roll. The strength is plus 2, 15 proficiency.
So you got a 17. So I'm going to say that no, you don't roll at disadvantage on the stealth. You don't. Again, it's the weirdest thing that, and you two, having not known these two for long, are just standing there going,
Yes, that's what I'm gonna.
Roll at disadvantage, and the first one I rolled was a 4. So
hey,
we're gonna see if I get something lower.
it's going to be tough to get lower than that.
Okay, so 4 plus 4, I have an 8.
Yeah.
So what did you roll?
I rolled a 4 and a 9. Oh, and I roll a D4, not plus 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
See.
That's a
D6.
that's a D6.
Oh,
So you need the pyramid.
Wait, okay, I have. I'm
It's right there.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
You got this.
Huh? It's
Um,
okay. We're all friends.
I got a 6.
You got us. Okay. What
What?
did you roll?
I have not rolled yet.
Okay.
Let's see. Were we doing a D20
Yeah.
first, and then oh god,
And you
3.
add D4 to that, so roll this now and add that to
Yes, you can, I believe, give guidance to yourself.
So that's 2.
Okay.
That's not good.
So,
5 plus
yeah.
stealth is
6.
stuff.
right. Is it stealth?
Yeah, it's
So it's plus 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here's what happens. Here's what happens.
Yep.
Humanus scoops escrow up and tiptoes his way quietly around the pond, being careful to make sure that, nothing happens. There's no slips. You get 80% of the way around this thing. Arona goes next, and she immediately steps on a very large piece of algae and slips and falls right on her face. Immediately.
Sounds about right.
Little one, we're supposed to be sneaky.
You will wake her.
She, Arona, you quickly get up. However, the damage has been done as the pond begins to stir and fluctuate, and springing almost into existence from almost nowhere. You see this surge of water, kind of vaguely resembling and it has a head, it has a face, and it's vaguely kind of dragonoid in appearance with like a snout and these teeth, and the other kind of appendages of it, which kind of spring out, are less formed. They're not quite as clear, but regardless, it's time to roll initiative.
D20 for that.
Yep.
What's your deck?
I got
Oh, and that 20.
I got a 14.
Plus my dex is 22 total. This die has been on fire. I rolled like 5 nat 20 for this last night.
All right, so we got a 20, we got a 14.
I got a 20 as well.
Where is my?
I got a 22.
You said plus your dex. Is that what it is, or is?
Yes. Plus your dexterity for initiative.
Oh,
Which is on the side here, right?
I got a
+1.
I got
Whatever you roll.
Oh yeah. I got a big old 6.
Nice. Yes.
Very nice.
Oh, these are the big ones so I can see.
What did you get?
20.
20. Very nice. Okay. So, Escrow, you are up first.
Is anyone standing in water right now? Are we all standing?
No, you're all kind of so the pond or the pool in the center of this thing effectively has a lip
Yeah.
around it that's 2-3 feet. I mean, it's a walkway. Most of them have like walkways on the side of the waterways.
Yeah, that's what
But yeah, you're essentially on the lip right now. Although you are still being cradled and nestled in Humanus's giant arms. So do with that what you
I'll
will.
play my loop.
You can, yes. Yes,
just sounds
absolutely.
nasally.
Wait, do like freaking Groot and Rocket where I'll just ride on your shoulder the entire campaign.
Oh, God.
No, but so I also can't remember what this spell does. Thunder Wave. I can't remember how that was.
So
Should have wrote it down.
It you when you roll it, they have to have the DC, and then you knock things down.
Oh,
in
okay,
a
it's not
30
magical.
cube, and then it yeah.
Yeah.
yes, very good.
It's gonna cast
My other character, I just
like vicious mockery on it.
Okay, so you're gonna cast vicious mockery on the elemental.
Yep.
Ooh, that's gonna go over super well.
Yeah.
Good.
Alrighty. That's a 14 plus. I forget what I get to add. I think it's just. Is it Dex or?
It's gonna be so on the back side of your character sheet. There should be a spell. Well, no, that's a
Lots.
okay. So vicious mockery should be a DC spell.
Yeah. So I rolled a 14.
Okay, so you don't actually roll to
Oh, okay.
cast vicious mockery.
Oh, my bad.
You basically just cast it, and then they're gonna have to save out of it.
Okay.
Let me look up what actually. Here we go.
He has been viciously mocked.
how did you viciously mock it?
Now go away before I taunt you a second time.
Okay, so what is your DC? Spell DC.
I don't know because I didn't think I have to look it up.
Okay, so it should be 8 plus your casting modifier plus your proficiency bonus, I believe. So it's probably going to be like 12, 13, something like that.
Okay. What proficiency bonus do I use for it? Because I mean,
You're at +2.
+2.
So +2 is your proficiency bonus. You, as a bard, cast your spells with charisma, so it's your proficiency bonus plus your charisma bonus.
So the +2, +2, +4.
So you're at 12.
Okay.
So it has to succeed, and it does.
Dadgum.
As you insult it, you don't see any sort of light of recognition on its face. There's no frowny face that shows up. It just kind of narrows its eyes at you a little bit, which probably not the kind of attention you want to attract. Evoria. Sure go.
What do you want to do?
Oh, roll a 1d4 for me real quick, David.
What is mine?
So that's the damage on vicious mockery.
You can
So it takes
I wrote that one down. I thought it was 1d6 plus disadvantage. But
now the bard vicious mockery may be different.
yeah, I did write it down. Vicious mockery 1d6 plus disadvantage if it succeeds, but it didn't succeed. So I don't know.
Okay, so roll a d6.
I don't know if it does any damage since it didn't succeed.
It does do damage, but it does damage rounded down.
Oh,
I
4.
think guiding was your bonus action, so I don't think you have one you can do right now. So you just have an action. And these are really some actions.
Okay.
That's what I was really trying to accomplish. With
So you can cast a spell, or you can attack it, or you can run away.
Instead, I just kind of made it mad. So
Yeah, you just pissed it off just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I mean, I am not sorry at all. This is all your fault.
You hear from the tunnel.
Yeah.
You. Whose fault?
Is there any way for me to hide in this situation?
without you.
I want to hide if possible.
Yes, you can totally attempt to hide.
Okay.
I'm going to say that you can kind of try to tuck into, another tunnel because there's 4 that intersect this place. So you can kind of try to tuck into the shadows a little bit. And so go ahead and roll stealth.
Okay, is that 20?
That is a 20.
I got 15 and then +1 on stealth, so I got 16.
16. Okay, very good. You guys look around and
I forgot about that.
Avoria's not there anymore.
She left us.
She's essentially gone.
I was gonna couldn't trust that.
I mean, you don't have the passive perception to see past yourselves. So from your perspective, she's not there. Okay. And then is that your turn? Are you gonna try to move anywhere?
No, I'm just gonna stay back there and just try to figure out what's gonna happen.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Humanist.
Humanist. So, you did vicious mockery.
Mhm.
You actually verbally mocked him.
Yeah,
I know
that would have been it. He just doesn't make me actually sing the song, but
Right.
which I'm thankful for.
We're gonna change that. That's
I
Yeah.
can't imagine
That's
trying to
gotta
sing the
be-
songs in his accent. Like that would be
Yeah.
so difficult.
Oh, it's gonna be fun to watch. Anyway, so we you get done mocking him, and it sounds funny because I'm holding your nose as you're doing the accent.
Yes, it sounds like this.
What's that sound like, David? Just like
With his accent.
Yeah. With it, hold your nose.
Your mother was a hamster.
Very good. Very good.
Humanus is kind of chuckling at that. He sets David sets
That's right.
Escrow down. Sorry,
Baby down.
sets him down. He says, "Boss, you may have to smell something dirty. I'll be back." And
Son of a bitch.
I don't know how that works on action, but I set him down, and I'm going to take out my lance.
I'm gonna say, I mean, we're not. I'm not gonna you can't do those things. So it's totally fine. You just essentially set him down. You kind of do it in a little bit of a hurry, right? Because you're also pulling out your lance at the same time. But yes, you can do those things as free actions, and then you have your action this turn to do something.
Okay. And how far away am I from the?
You're probably about 20 feet from the water weird.
Okay.
It hasn't begun to move toward the edge of the pool to attack you yet.
Right. So with my speed, I should be able to get to it in one charge.
Yep, 100%.
I'm gonna just level the lance, and I'm gonna shout, "I do not like the poop," and take off running just straight at it with the lance.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. So go ahead and roll. I'm gonna say a lance attack, and I'm gonna say roll it with advantage because you're charging, and essentially making a running attack with this.
Got to roll 2 and take the highest at advantage.
It's a 1d10 for that, right? Or no, I'm just rolling to hit.
You have to roll to hit.
Keep the highest. If you want to roll 2 at once, you keep the highest result.
That's been very next time.
Well, I'm glad I did that. I'll get a 12.
Plus you.
That's that.
So it's gonna be 12 plus it should say plus next to the lance.
Attack bonus
Plus
plus 4, yeah.
Plus 4. Okay, so 16. Okay, so roll damage as you let loose your war cry. I don't like poop.
I don't like poop. Oh,
10 damage. Okay, solid hit. So you all watch as Humanus levels a lance, shouts his war cry, and then essentially just wades into the pool with the creature and stabs the lance into its watery body. It doesn't seem to do like the lance definitely goes in, and there's definitely this almost flinch and this resistance, and then it's just looking straight down at you.
Boss, the poop does not hurt. What happened?
Okay. So,
Mhm.
as it looks down at you, because it's its turn now, these what's your AC, by the way?
Let's see. 13.
13. Okay. So you are sitting there with your lance and you try to pull the lance out of the body, and it's not coming loose. The rest of you watch
Stuck like plunger.
as tentacles sprout from all over the water weird and wrap themselves around Humanus's torso, his
I
legs,
to know where this is going.
his arms.
I'm glad you went first.
Yeah, me too.
Did the second.
I'll spend a turn standing up.
These are tearing up. I don't know if any of you can see it in the distance you're at it. Humanus has tears in the corners of his eyes. This is why I do not like to fight.
And also, you take 8 damage as some of these tentacles wrap themselves around you, and several other tentacles just start slapping you in the face. Left, right, left, right.
This is very meaningful, boss.
And the smell is just.
This is having a shitty day. Someone help him.
Okay, Arona.
Well, I don't really know of anything because I don't want my sword to get stuck in him.
Okay, so we're leaving Humanus to his fate. Let's carry on with the campaign.
I mean, I don't have. I mean, all I can do is hit him with my sword, and they get stuck in there with him.
So
You're a paladin.
Humanus is essentially grappled by the creature. That's why his
How do you break a grapple then? Like
Well,
you know,
so it's try and cut it
Cut-
because it's not the actual body, right?
the tentacles are off of the body.
Because the monster grappled him. Like,
The monster
Okay,
grappled.
so I should try
not
to
every
attack
weapon's
him.
gonna get stuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking that this one has. Okay. So I am going to have my longsword pulled out and ready to go. I noticed when she left, I was like, well, I guess I have to get to killing.
Yep.
And so on this action, because I just want to cast Divine Smite.
Yes. So the way that sequence of events works is you're going to essentially wade in there with your longsword. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay.
When you know that you have hit the attack, that's when you can spend the bonus action to cast the spell. Which is why it is very nice.
Throw that die out the window on your
No, I rolled a 2.
Okay. So
out the window on your
what happens?
No, it's a big dot, so I can read it.
big dots in the road.
So what happens is you wade in with your longsword and, kind of in the attempt to save Humanus as he's getting slapped in the face by shitty water. And you swing your longsword at these tentacles. The tentacle that you hit bends and then springs back, throws your longsword back, and a rather smelly piece of slime just like smacks you right across the face as you.
This is what I get for trying to help him.
Between smacks, Humanus is going.
In the face.
Okay,
Balls. Make it stop.
Escrow, it's your turn.
Alrighty.
Let's try.
20 HP. I don't know what I should do here. I should.
You pick one.
Yeah, we'll just try the vicious mockery again, I guess.
Okay. Do you have any other sort of damaging spells, or
I
maybe
mean,
something that can?
Thunder wave and daggers. But
Okay. I mean, daggers are pretty good.
yeah. Alright, I can try. I got 2 daggers, so 2 attacks, I guess.
So, yes, typically the way that that's going to work is you have a dagger in each hand. You roll the first attack with your regular bonus. The next attack roll doesn't get your regular bonus.
I'll just say the red was the offhand attack.
Sure. Roll a 20 for each of them.
So, don't get any attack bonus with that. You get 10. Yep, I don't think. Well, plus guidance of 12.
Oh wait.
Yep. Okay. So you spend your guidance to make. Well, now go ahead and roll 1d4 because
Yeah.
guidance is not a flat +2.
Yeah,
It's a d4.
2. So 12. Yeah.
12. Okay. So even with guidance,
Yep.
you rush in, and Humanus, you watch as your boss rushes in and tries like stabbing his daggers into the creature,
Such a great job.
and it
Job, boss. Thank you.
the tips sink into the creature just a little bit, and then no.
Boss, I tell you, you need bigger swords.
Okay, Avoria, it is your turn.
Well, if you weren't getting yourself grabbed, you would be down here doing it.
Okay. I have a question. I want to do a spell, but I don't have my spells wrote down.
That's okay. What spell is it?
I don't know.
That's that's gonna
Do a spell. I don't know.
okay. That's gonna be a little bit different to adjudicate because I usually need the name of the spell. But you do have a cantrip, I believe, called Thorn Whip.
Yes, I didn't know if I could. Okay, so I've run the video probably, but
You're good.
I didn't know how many cantrips I could use.
There
At any time.
Yeah.
Okay, so any
There are
amount.
no spell slots for this.
Okay.
You just use them.
Okay, then that's that. I'll do that then, because yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to roll a d20 to see if your spell attack lands appropriately.
Okay.
And because
you have a bonus spell attack bonus, it's on the second page at the top. It's +5. So whatever this is, +5.
Oh my.
and also, well, because you were stealthed and the water weird was busy beating the crap out of Humanus, I'm going to say you get advantage on that attack. So if that was super low, roll again. Yeah, go ahead and roll again.
Okay, so I've got 21.
21. That is perfect. Somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody who is not everybody else.
She hid the first round to see who was going to fail.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And it turned out it was every. So go ahead and roll a 1d6 because that's the damage that you do.
Okay. I got a 4.
Plus your spell bonus drop.
Hey, I totally forgot.
No.
It's gonna reroll stuff because of my.
Did you? But
We forgot that in universe.
But did you give it to anybody?
Yeah, me and him had it up to the first adventure. I don't think you lose it if you spend it.
No, you lose it. It's like an hour.
Heroic inspiration? No, I don't think so. I think
I thought you said
you used it. No, sorry.
Bardic inspiration is different. You would be correct there.
Yeah, no, it's heroic inspiration from the music entertainer first. I get it every time I rest.
Yeah. Because only true heroes get grappled by a shit elements.
We forget that we have it.
And then yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Just keep going.
You gotta love
Give it to y'all too on
Oh
rest.
yeah, that's fine. We don't need it.
We haven't rested yet. So
Yeah.
I was intending to give it to you as soon as we rested. We just
Well, good thing this wasn't in game, and you can't use it against me later.
Okay.
Right.
So you all of you watch after failing to free Humanus. Avoria steps out, pulls out a rose, and waves her hand over it. And as she does, the stem of that rose lengthens into a whip. And she takes that whip and just kind of throws it vertically, and all of the tentacles that are grappled onto you are severed.
So now I know she's back.
You know she's back.
Whoa.
And actually, the damage sort of shocks the water weird, and your lance is pulled out.
Thank you.
You're falling backwards into the water.
Thanks.
Okay. That makes it your turn again, Humanus.
You know what Eunice is gonna do, don't you?
Try it again.
He gets up, levels his lance, and I'm gonna do reckless attack.
Okay. So I will preface that you probably need to rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, and I will say at this point,
You would definitely.
you go ahead.
They do not like the poop.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you haven't had snacks recently. So
Yes.
He's getting coupons and snacks.
You are ruining my appetite. So yeah, all right. So I'll do rage. I've got an armored defense too. I didn't mention that earlier. I don't know if that affects anything that's going on here.
it's only going to affect your total AC, which we've already taken into account.
Yeah, everybody.
So you're good.
Yeah. So I don't know how to go into a rage. This is the first time I played it.
Okay, so essentially, you just tell me I'm raging. Right now, you've
Declare.
set your character up to have specific triggers and things for that rage. So essentially, in combat, you want to rage. Pretty much always. As a barbarian, it's like your thing.
Yeah. So it's ruining. He just stands up from falling backwards. Boss, this monster ruins appetite. I killed.
She's getting coupon all the snacks.
Yeah. So I declare rage. I declare anger.
I am most offended.
Okay.
So I think I'm just going to stick with the lance. I'll probably just use the lance.
Okay. So you do use reckless attack as well, which means you get advantage on the attack roll. So go ahead and roll to attack. I'm assuming you're attacking.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just running right back in.
Keep the highest roll.
18
and a 15. You got two good rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, that definitely hits. So go ahead and roll the lance's damage.
D10.
Yes, the D10.
Just keep that one. You've got one actually. So, one
That-
and this one too.
All right. It is an 8 plus whatever will I add to that.
So it's going to be an 8 plus your strength, but it should tell you what the
Yeah, your strength is +2, so
Yeah.
that'd be 7.
Or
10.
10. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're good.
I meant your total bonus.
You're good. So you rush back in as the kind of monster is reeling and starting to look toward Evoria. You rush back in and once again jam your lance into kind of its watery midsection. Except for this time, it seems like it flexes back kind of away from the blow, and you're able to pull your lance back. There's not the sensation of it's trying to grab you.
I want you to not get stuck.
It does. Yep, because it is its turn now. Turn toward Arona.
Oh,
Yes, you do. So essentially what happens is it begins to lash out at you with tentacles, but you take your longsword and sort of chop the tentacles off as they come at you, trying to grab you. And its attack is ineffectual. And then it's yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. You're not used to trying to kill stuff yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Just one man.
So it's your turn, Arona.
And I am going to try to attack him with my sword again. And I'm using a different dice. And that's a 19 plus.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
That hits. That hits.
And then I want to do Divine Smite. How do I do that?
Okay, so essentially roll your sword damage first.
It is a D8. So that is this one. It's a 4.
Okay. So that's 4 damage plus your strength.
Plus my string.
Strength bonus.
It's really big, isn't it?
far.
Okay.
It's far
Six.
left.
6.
Tough.
That's +2, 6.
Okay, so 6 damage. And then I believe that so on your spell sheet, does it happen to say the damage for smite?
No, I just wrote it down.
I had like a D6 or something. I can't remember.
It's on my phone. I didn't write it down on here.
I'm still gonna add it.
It's okay.
D6.
Yeah, it's 1d6. Go ahead and roll a d6.
That's 3.
3. So 9 damage total? Yeah.
9.
Okay. All right, so you carve off like a fairly large section of its body, and as your sword cleaves into it and then kind of cuts out to the outside, that sort of vibrates for a minute and then just runs down its side as just pure water. I mean, shitty water, but water. Not trying to kill you water.
Yeah, it got me mad because it attacked me. That's why.
Okay. So Escrow, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm putting the daggers away, and I'm just gonna pull the loot back out and play a song to cure wounds on Humanist here.
Okay.
I do make a roll for this one, yeah.
Yes.
+2. That's much. Oh God, I can't roll.
So you don't have to roll to
Oh, to cast
cure wounds is going to be just d6s to heal.
D6. You got 1 HP back.
Well, it's going to be 1 plus your charisma bonus.
Oh, it'll be 3. So I don't think guidance affects that, right? Guidance is just like the hit and stuff, right?
It's just for attack rolls, I believe, and also skill checks.
Okay, so you got.
Wait, is guidance still in effect?
No,
Oh, okay.
So I got 3 back.
3 back.
I didn't know how long guidance lasted either. I haven't ever played.
Its guidance is like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Essentially, you use the spell, and then you need to immediately perform the action.
Right.
I would like to know what song you sang to give me 3 hit points.
It was your special song.
Oh, my special song.
Yeah.
How's it go?
That's the reason I learned.
What's that sound like?
That's the only reason I learned it.
What's that sound like, Escrow?
Shut the fuck up, human.
My balls food up.
That's the yeah.
It's his bedtime song. Shut the fuck up, humans. Go to sleep. Okay. So you get 3 hit points back, and then it's Ilvoria's turn.
All right. I'm going to. So it's still attacking and
Yeah, it's still
still-
alive and wiggling around.
okay.
Does it look like it's vibrantly alive, or have it?
Are we?
You've started wounding it. I mean, you carved off a huge section of it, so
Can't use that one.
How many people can I fit on my horse on myself if I turn into a horse?
We're in a sewer.
We can ride out of there.
I think the openings would be big enough for.
I'm gonna say you can definitely get the dwarf and the human on there. Humanus is
My body.
SOL.
I'm waiting on the transformation before I speak here about this. But you will have something to say.
Okay. So you're gonna.
Yeah, I want to turn into a riding horse.
Okay, so you transform into a riding horse in the middle of a cesspool. You transform into a riding horse, and then
Does this all the time?
do you say anything to everyone? Because with the new wild,
attempts to make us ride you.
You need to say something to us before you transform, because I don't speak horse.
I don't even.
actually, druids in wild shape in the new rules can speak as the animal. Yeah.
Well,
Doctor Doolittle now.
Does anybody have a rope that we can tie to Humanus to drag him along?
side me up. Also, this how she cheated racism.
Yeah.
Turning the horse to cheat in racism. I knew it. I would race you, horse girl.
Does this all the time?
Okay.
I'm
I'm going to say that, yeah. As you say that, you essentially hear a voice from right next to you say, "Yes, I've got a rope," and it's in Syrian. He goes, around your neck or
Around my waist, around the section.
This isn't strange at all as he throws the rope
Uranus is just
over your back.
pitching at this rope.
Yeah, everybody's standing there with this. What the fuck is going on here?
He ties the rope underneath you.
It's right.
Will not be tied. That's the
There's one that got a rope on you, but
So
like it. I already tried.
We're doing while we're all just.
I mean it's very confused.
I'm still with my lance right at it. Like, no.
Okay, so the rope is there. The rope is there.
Yeah.
You've said your piece. It's gonna be up to
I'm like, what?
yeah, it's gonna be up to everybody else. So Humanist, you see
We have
the horse, you see
if we need to leave.
the rope go essentially tied around her middle.
Internal monologue of Humanus for the audience is she would not try to tie me. She tried to race me, and she tied me to cheat. I win race, but kill poop monster, which I do. I and like as he's thinking, he's just putting the lance back on his back and looking at the yeah. He's looking up at the poop monster, and then looking back at the race, and he's internally debating if he should try to win this race.
Stop confusing my mind.
And he just looks at the boss and he goes, "Boss, I kill or I race?"
You can't.
And Sirion, by the way, is essentially just holding out the rope to you.
Yeah, I'm ignoring in Syria. Kill or race.
You kill. These people are all idiots.
So I look back at the boss and the other boss. Say, boss two. I do not think rope helped kill monster. You want kill monster?
No, just tie this around you.
We have two boss. They say different thing. And Humanist just takes off running. And he turns around and starts because he's now in race mode. Like he's heard escape and fight, and he's decided he's going to beat her in a race because she's a cheater. And he's just bolting.
Okay. All right. So Humanist is out of this combat.
Okay, well,
Humanist just ran.
Yeah, you confused him.
Remind me to kill you later, horse girls.
As you say that,
Trying to save everybody.
there is a voice again in Sirion looks at you, Escrow, and says, "You may want to run away first."
I suppose. I don't like it. Though.
Just imagine you running after me with your lizard. You have no swing?
Yeah. Carry me.
Okay, so two of you take off sprinting. Aurora
I'm
or Arona, what are you doing?
I just want to kill things, so just learn how to kill things.
You might get
So I'm gonna try to swing again.
Okay, I'm gonna point this out.
Oh,
If you swing, which that's totally fine, I will let you do. You do miss your chance to escape.
oh wait, they're leaving. Like we can get out.
Yeah, they're fucking gone.
Already done.
We're both.
We had okay, so I'm gonna get on her back and let her.
Yeah.
I'm here
There you go.
to fight happen, but like nobody wants.
If we can get away without being killed, I thought it was gonna come after us and kill us.
No.
Yeah, hop on my back and let's get up here.
I'm on her back. I'm gonna attempt to jump on her back because there's nobody there to help me.
Humanist is looking over his shoulder.
Is Escrow
He's
Escrow still there?
No,
Yeah.
Is the what's his name
in Syria.
in Syria? Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Of course.
He looks at you and goes, "She can bend down." Yeah.
I can talk.
You realize that's your friend not just a horse.
Okay, so we figured this out, and I get on her back,
Yes.
and I ride the horse out.
Okay, so you do that. You guys get so first of all, because you left first, roll a survival check, Humanist.
That's a D20.
That's a D20.
That is a 10.
10. Okay. Do you have survival at all? You proficient?
No.
No? Okay. So you maneuver in sort of the general direction towards the center of the city. You're really more paying attention to kind of trying to win this race. Since the rest of you are essentially just following Humanists, I'm going to say that you arrive mostly in the right direction, but there is a point, Humanists, where you come to what is a dead end. And so in your mind, you won the race.
I am the winner. You cannot cheat me, horse girl.
Everyone else catches up. After maybe 10, 15 seconds, you hear Escrow arriving behind you, shouting curses, and Evoria, and then you hear the sound of hooves on stone, and Evoria rounds the corner with Arona on her back, kind of ducking, because it is a zoo.
I'm at the wall doing this. I am the fastest.
As soon as you all get there, Esco's just like, what the fuck was that?
I was just trying to save everybody.
Turned into a horse in the middle of a fight in a sewer.
Me.
She did.
She's committed to racing. I appreciate it.
This is the most dysfunctional group of people ever, and me and Humanists have been doing it alone this whole time.
Well, you're not really alone if there's two of you, so
Have you ever had a conversation with him?
I am here. I can hear you.
yes, let's not try to hurt the big chap's feelings.
He's tearing up a little bit.
I give you snack plate and sing you special stuff.
I do beautifully.
You win race. Good job. Very good job.
Why wouldn't you give him a snack for winning the race?
I like little girls. I do.
I said I could give him a snack and singing the song. What do you want from me, Torf?
So, are we lost?
I mean, and Sirion's with you, and he says, well, you've gone the right general direction, but allow me to show you the rest of the way out, and then possibly to a shower.
Please.
Yes, for sure.
It is that time of month.
What?
You just
Flowers? Yes.
That's
Okay. And Sirion leads the rest of you out, and he kind of looks at you, Evoria, and says, you may want to not be a horse when we exit the sewer. The opening's not exactly meant for horses.
okay. So I want to change back into my normal form. Yeah, my human form.
Gotcha. So you shift back into your humanoid form, and you guys make your way back to the Wolf's Heart Den. Sirion points, he basically gives you two rooms, one for y'all, one for y'all. And he goes, you can take a shower, freshen up, and then we'll talk about our next order of business. Come downstairs when you're ready.
While we take this short rest, I'm gonna play my lute for the heroic inspiration for both of us, but y'all aren't there, so we have separate rooms, so I don't know how that works.
We
have to go into your room.
could you could just start singing and then realize that you need to also heroically. Are they in the room next to us?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Really
Yeah,
loud.
you just speak a little louder so they can hear.
Yeah.
Do you hear that faint singing?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's dying.
Yeah.
All right, David, you got to sing something though.
Yes.
Come on, sing it.
For the people.
This is why I didn't play a bard.
That's why I badgered him into playing.
I know. I'm beginning to realize the trap I've stepped into. Yes. Trying to think of something funny about the things that just happened that day. But I can't really because the events themselves were funny enough, but I can't think of anything that rhymes with song.
There's plenty that rhymes with poo.
Yeah, but
We defeated the turd monster.
I was mostly gonna make a diss track about her.
All right, we'll work on that next set. We're gonna have songs lined up.
Okay, so after your
I
baths,
asked Josh before this, are you gonna make me sing the songs? Because if you are, I'm not gonna play a part. And he was like, no. And then y'all are like, oh no, you have to sing the song.
look, you asked me.
Much like Humanus, you have two balls. They say different things.
So after your showers, after your baths, with Avoria and Arona having the unpleasant or maybe pleasant experience of the voice coming through the wall during, yeah, you're
Turd monster.
yeah you
is the highly to interpretation.
It's heroic inspiration.
ran away successfully. Okay,
My friend.
there's a joke in there. So I assume that you all go downstairs for the next.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you can do on a short rest.
So you can recover hit points if you've lost them or been attacked. But I think so. Basically, you can spend your hit dice, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. We can do that in between. So, you arrive downstairs to a meal waiting for you. It's probably afternoon, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. There's a really hearty meal waiting for you. Plenty of meat for you, Humanus. And Ensirion sits down at the table with you. And he says, well, that was very strange, but I suppose impressive.
I'm glad you bailed us out of jail now.
Well, one of you can transform into a horse, so
Yep.
there's that.
I can beat a horse on a race.
You had a large head start. Fine.
He's a cheater. I always say.
One cheat deserves another.
So now we're going to talk about your next job.
If we become employed,
Yes.
Unfortunately,
it means more food, yes?
probably not. Probably just means we die,
Yes, large one.
especially if we're stuck with these two.
I just wonder if we employed more food, yes?
Yes, I'll take care of your dietary needs.
Then tell us, job boss. We do.
This is so much easier than usual, but all right.
What I tell you about talking?
So
I'm starting to think they're in a abusive relationship.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
I have a
To think what we told you from the start.
it's a fair question. I have a job. So you've proven you're adept at subterfuge. You've proven you can fight. Again, one of you can transform into a horse at questionable times. And your next job could potentially involve both. Or even all three, since we're talking about questionable times. What I need for you to do, and he kind of reaches down and pulls something out of a satchel and lays down it's a leather-bound book. But he says, these are ledgers. These are fake ledgers. And I need you to sneak into the port office and replace the real ledgers with these fake ones. And he kind of slides the book across the table.
What do you think we need a horse for that?
You may need to get away very quickly.
So, job is book.
Yes, Humanus. You catch on quick?
I cannot read, boss.
That's okay. As a matter of fact, I just want you to take this book and change it for another book.
Okay. You read? Yes, I read. You read. I carry a book.
Do you want the real ledger back?
You know, it doesn't really matter what happens to it. So, as a bonus, Humanus, when you change out the books and change this one for the one I want, you can destroy it. You can rip it up, tear it, burn it.
Well, I use it to cook meatballs.
There you go.
Yes. He doesn't know. He's just thinking about food.
It's I think they were
Cookbook.
I'll see. Cooking for book.
You know, I may have the perfect gift for you. And with that, we're going to end it right there.
Nice.
Well, we're going to take a short break. Actually, that's the end of this session. So that's session 2 down. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah.
We will be back next week with another installment, and there's probably going to be some stuff playing in the background while I'm saying this, but yeah, definitely. Like I said at the beginning, come check out Fever Dream Game Shop. Awesome little place. We are playing live in a game shop. Most of the background noise is probably gone, but if you do hear it, just it's part of the thing. This is what it would be like. You also might notice that we did a lot of talking about technicalities, how dice rolls go. We're all fairly new to D&D. David and I have been playing for a while. The illustrious Josh House over here has been DMing for a very long time, and he's doing a great job of carrying us through this. But what we wanted to accomplish with this whole setup is for you guys to get the most authentic, real experience of what it's like playing D&D. So we hope you're enjoying it, and see you next week.
That's nonsense.
I was like, it's been 2 hours already?
You're welcome.